What is going on, everybody? This is Thatguyjakey bringing to you yet another video, and today, as you can see by the title, we are going to be sharing my honest opinions on the WH-1000XM4 Sony wireless headsets. Now, I did do an unboxing video which you can find somewhere here or in the description, where you can just see my unboxing video and see my first impressions of the looks of the headphones and how it feels. But this video, we're going to go a little bit more deep dive into the specs of the headset and how it feels, how it sounds, and so forth. Now, before I actually fully start this video, I'm not an audiophile. I just know what good music sounds like, or good headphones sounds like. Now, I am a bit more technical, but again, I wouldn't call myself an audiophile, So, WH-1000XM4s. I said it fast. Just get this out of the way. Now, first of all, presentation, really nice. I really love this case. It's very sturdy. It feels very nice as well. And you have that nice little pocket on the back. And then if you do get the gray version, which I still think is like beige, you're gonna get this color of a case, and you're gonna get the gold trim zip as well, which is pretty nice. And then once we open it up, you're gonna be presented with the headphone. And I've been using these almost every single day, actually, just generally because I wanted to get this video out and be prepared to actually talk about this, because I haven't really done a video like this in a long while. And yeah, man, like, I just really wanted to give my opinions on this headphones, because I think it's definitely worth something talking about. Now, when you do compare these with the Bose headphones, which I should have had with me, these ones are, the air cups are slightly bigger. I feel like they're slightly bigger. If you can see from the back or from the inside, yeah, the air cups are slightly bigger. And they do fit around my ears more snug than the Bose QC35s. Like, I feel like I don't know if it's because my Bose headphones have been used for quite a long while now, so the cushion is kind of pushed down more into my ears. But these ones, they go around my ears, which is quite nice. The Bose ones, they fit just a little bit around my ears, but it's still really comfortable. Like, the memory foam that they use is really good, or whichever foam they use. But I do know that the Sony ones, they do use memory foam in their air cups, which is pretty nice, very comfortable. The way it fits, I can put it on right now. I know in my unboxing video I didn't really put it on properly, but yeah, so that's how it looks when you actually have the headphones on, which I can barely hear myself already. But very sleek, very nice. Again, it fits around my ears really nicely, and the headband feels really comfortable. If you look right here, it's a very cushioned headband. So really nice stuff, and it does extend quite a bit as well. So I mean, it's not that huge, but it is big enough, so if you do have a larger head, then it would definitely fit your head. And then on the sides, it's very minimal. You've only just got a custom button, which is there for the Google Assistants or Alexa, and you have your power button, which is combined with the pairing button as well. You got the USB-C, and if you look inside, you do have the sensors inside the air cup, so whenever you do take off your headphones while you're listening to music, it will automatically pause, which is a very nice feature. Now, in terms of the sound quality, really good. I've noticed a big change between the WH-1000XMs compared to the Bose QC35s. Now, I know I keep comparing them to the Bose QC35s, just generally because the 35s are almost the best noise cancellation headphones on the market at the moment. Even though they brought out a new version of their headphones, it didn't really hit the spot that much. But the 35 is really good. It's a good classic. So that's why I'm comparing it, and just generally because that's the only headphone I have after the Sony ones. But yes, sound quality different from the QC35s. It definitely does like appeal to a different audience, if you ask me, because with the 35s, the reason why I really love them is generally because it was a very balanced sound. Like the bass, the treble, highs, lows, mids, it was all really balanced. So even if you was listening to like a heavy based music track, it's never gonna go above and beyond. Unless if you know, obviously manually change the equalizer on your phone and you turn the bass up all the way up, the Bose 35s are going to support that. But let's get rid of the equalizer for now, because I will talk about that a little bit later. If you listen to the 35s just as its own, very balanced sound, and I feel like that is more better for someone that does listen to a lot of, you know, genres, specifically ones which are like classical music, anything that has like real instruments in it. It really does, you know, emphasize on that. Now, when it comes to the Sony WH-1000X XM4s, sorry, these ones, they complement a lot of music. Now, when I first tried these out from the box, it was pretty minimal, if you ask me. Like, it sounded great. The bass, it really hit the low points. But in terms of the highs, in terms of like, you know, if someone's shouting or screaming and you want to hear like the highest pitch, it did hit that, but you could tell that it was limited to just being a very flattish sound, if that makes sense. Now, I know some people may disagree, but that's how I hear it. But without that said, it did sound really good. Like it did live up to the hype of what people were actually, you know, talking about when it comes to these headphones. And if you had one of these, I don't think you'd be missing the QC35 much. Like, just generally because this gives out a much more bass heavy sound, but it was balanced in a way. So with the QC35s, they didn't really want to hit the low points too much. They wanted to keep it in a straight line. But with the Sony ones, when you have it on just the neutral settings, I feel like the lows are a bit more like that. So when it does hit the bass, it hits the bass really hard, but then it keeps the vocals, it keeps the mids in a straight line. So, you know, you get an equal sound for everything. Now, I think Sony are playing it safe, because I remember with the older Sony headphones, like way beyond like noise cancellation, their headphones were pretty bass heavy, and the reason why a lot of people bought them because of that reason. Like, they even had like specific headphones that said extra bass and all that stuff, and all that kind of stuff. So with that, it was you know, it was just bass focused. But with the WHs, these ones, you know, bass is a little bit low, and then I'm comparing this to the equalizer, by the way, because this is how I see it. But yeah, bass is pretty low, and then it keeps everything neutral. So what does it sound like when you what does it sound like when you start to adjust the equalizer? So this is where it kind of begins, because with the Bose 35s, I think they deal with the equalizer quite nicely, but I don't see why you would want to change the equalizer, because the headphone sounds really, you know, clean. You probably wouldn't want to change that, right? But with the Sony ones, I've changed mine into a more slanted position. So I'm comparing my arm to the equalizer, right? And I'm probably doing it the wrong way, but you get what I mean. So I've got the bass a little bit low. I've turned it up a little bit so it's not too bassy down there, but I've turned it up a little bit like that. I've turned the middle a bit more up like that, and I've got the highs a little bit above where it was before. Now, the reason why I have it like that is generally because I prefer to hear more clarity than bass, because I mean, I listen to all types of genres of music, right? And having too much bass really does eliminate some of the detail that you want to hear with some songs. And I've noticed this mostly with Daft Punk's Random Access Memory. Really good album, but there was this one song, I forgot what it was called. You could really hear the tapping behind the music, and I never heard that with the QC35s, to be honest. I've listened to that song many times. I didn't hear it with that, but with the Sony ones, once I adjusted the equalizer, you could definitely hear the tapping in the background, and it was really nice. It was a nice little touch. I wouldn't say it's something to miss out on. Sorry, I wouldn't say it's something that, you know, you're gonna lose out on if you don't hear it. But when you hear that, you really do realize how much of a difference an equalizer can make when it comes to the Sony headphones. So I thought that was really nice. I did listen to other genres like heavy metal, R&B, rap, pop music. I listened to a couple of soundtracks like orchestra and stuff. And with my equalizer, it looks really nice. Like, I really do like it. So when it comes to sound quality, I definitely say that these Sony ones are better. It's more flexible. It comes preset on a nice stable level. But if you do want to change it up a little bit in the Sony app, it does definitely work. Like, it works like a miracle. And if we go on to the features now, I think the features are pretty nice as well. There's only one thing I'm not a big fan of. That's just a personal opinion, but I'm gonna go over it in a second. So the features of this headphone, there's a lot you can change on the app, which is actually pretty nice. Like, you can change the noise cancellation level. You can turn off, you turn off and on like adaptive noise cancellation. I believe that's what it's called. So basically, it will adapt the noise cancellation to your environment. So if you're in on the road and there's like a lot of traffic, a lot of beeping and stuff, it's gonna block all that out nice and easily. But if you're in a room and there's not much noise, it's gonna almost turn off the noise cancellation. So it's stuff like that, which was nice. But I realized it did change quite frequently, which I wasn't a big fan of. So I eliminated that completely. If I'm in an environment that I can turn on noise cancellation, I'll go onto the app and, you know, turn it on myself. And then you also have the 360 audio, which I have been using with Tidal. Now, I'm more of a Spotify user, right? And Spotify, it does have some really good quality music. Like, you can hear the really good stuff, but when you compare it to a subscription like Tidal, obviously Tidal is more focused on like mastered tracks and so forth. So it really does, you know, bring out the best in the music you listen to with the Sony headphones. But yeah, I paired up the 360 audio with Tidal, and it does sound really good. Like, it's a really nice experience. It is pretty pricey, but I got a free trial. But yeah, it's pretty pricey. I don't know if most people would want to, you know, spend like 20 quid on it per month. So if you don't really want to do that, I wouldn't blame you, because I'm not going to do that myself. Spotify is good enough for me. But I just wanted to see what it was all about, and it sounded really good. So 360 audio was great. You do have the touch sensitive controls, which, yeah, that's where it comes into play for me. I'm not the biggest fan of like touchpad stuff on headphones. Like, I prefer to have physical buttons. Even on like headsets as well, for gaming headsets. Like, I really appreciate like the slider bars and all the buttons and stuff. It's just a bit more easier to use for me personally. The touchpad does work well. Like, it works as it is advertised. It just gets a little fiddly, but sometimes you double tap to pause and it doesn't pause. That's because it doesn't recognize your fingerprint that easily. Like, it's alright. It's good. I wouldn't say it's bad or anything. It's just, you know, for me personally, I prefer buttons. And you can swipe up to turn up the volume, swipe down to turn down the volume, and you can swipe forward and backwards to change the track as well, which I thought that was a bit more better than the volume up and down. Volume up and down, when you start to do it, at least on Android, it turns up the volume very slowly. Like, by the time you turn it up to the volume that you want, the song is already done. So, you know, it's probably better if you just use your phone to turn up the volume. And the on and off feature when you take off the headphones, again, work as advertised. Really useful, if you ask me. Like, if someone's talking to you, you can just, you know, pop it off, pause the music, and you can listen to the person. Or there's a different way of doing that. By when you have the headphones on, you can use your palm and hold down the right hand side of the headphone. yeah, the right hand side of the headphone to do that. And what it does is that it will put the noise cancellation features into ambient mode, so you can hear your surroundings, and the music will continue to play from the left headphone, and you can actually hear everyone around you. Like, it's actually really good. So if someone's quickly asking you a question, you can just say, "Oh, is that what you said? Oh, okay, cool. All right, cool. Take care, man." And then that's it. Really, really good stuff. I thought that was actually a really nice feature. Me and my sister always uses it, but she bought a pair of these. She got the black ones as well. But yeah, really, really nice stuff. But yeah, I think I've talked enough about these headphones. You can really tell that I do really like these headphones. Like, it definitely is worth the money. And I do love the color as well, the gray or the beige. Really, really nice stuff. I do love the gold accents on it as well. But that's about it. I haven't actually tested the mic. Actually, that's one thing I haven't tested out. Just generally because I don't really, you know, make much phone calls. So I know in a time like this, you probably are watching this because you want to check out the mic quality. Unfortunately, I don't have that just about yet. But if you do follow me on Twitter, I will probably talk about it on there or on Instagram. Both of them are at Thatguyjakey, so you can't miss it. But overall, I would definitely give these. I don't like giving ratings if you're asking me, but if you are demanding a rating, I would definitely say I would give these like a 8 out of 10. Just generally because there are some things I personally didn't really like about it. And I feel like with Sony, they are quite bass heavy, and I don't think headphones should be bass heavy out of the box if they aren't focused on that. I know with, you know, companies like Beats, they are focused on bass stuff, but Sony, I think they need to give it up a little bit because they have proven that if you turn down the bass a little bit, turn up the treble a little bit, you're gonna get some quality stuff. So I would say that. But these are the WH-1000XM4s. Hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think about this review style as well, because I don't really do reviews, I just do impressions. But this is more or less just a review if you ask me. But let me know in the comment section if you did enjoy this type of video. Don't forget to like the video as well. It really does help me a lot, as well as subscribing. At least I know who's actually watching my videos or not. I do know that there's a lot of views coming in, not getting to the subscription ratio. So if you do enjoy my videos, please do subscribe. And if you do subscribe, hit that bell button so you know exactly when my next videos will be out. But without further ado, I will talk to you guys in my next video, and peace.